And welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody? I'm here to do a rant. This is just a small rant on the state of Black America, California Guy's opinion about everything that's been going on Black social media as well as mainstream news. So this is a rant from this is just for the last few months with me talking. It's kind of like what you call it's like an editorial, basically. I'm giving you. So it's just a state of everything that's been going on. Relationships, black relationships, as well as media figures in the Oscars. Now, let me start with this. In my last video, I mentioned about Chris Rock as a globalist. So I'm going to start from that point because I want to clarify what I mean when I talk about Chris Rock and many people. I want to break it down into many groups. And it goes with the political part I'm going to step into. Now, Chris Rock, do I think he's a coon? Yes, I think he's a coon. I don't think he's a coon in the manner that what you guys think I am. Like he sells out to white. Now, he's not really a coon. Chris Rock is what you call a sugary Negro. He is a sugary Negro at best. And he's the bridge between black people and white America, basically. He says the things that is safe. And like I said in my last video, he belongs to the black elite, and the black elite is owned by the white elite. The white elite is owned by the big dog establishment globalists. So the elite, the black elite, has been in power for the last maybe 40 years. And so the black elite, which consists of Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey. I am sorry, people. Oprah Winfrey, the O Network, and many others in this subgroup. They pretty much are away from Black America. They're not in touch with Black America. These are people who've built their own wealth, and they're enamored with white elite, white establishment, and so their opinions of Black America, the us people, is different than the way they look at things differently, like Steve Harvey and them. Chris Rock falls under that same category. Now, Chris Rock has been doing comics, comedian style observations on Black America for about 17, 18 years. I've watched this man rise. And so he has said certain things and observations about black people. He's taking pop shots. It's documented that he's taking these pop shots about what he feels about Black America. Example in point, when asked about school books in the school system, he says that, black people don't read. He said this back in the early 2000s on 60 Minutes. He was like, there's this thing called niggas and black people. He used it as an example. So he's basically downing ghetto black people as usual. He says there's a difference between niggas and black people. So basically, black people who doesn't have as much money as of him, black people who is not doing as well, black people that is good old church members of good Christian African American people, has become the targets in Black America. And it's fact. Black Christians like myself have been targeted for years, and I'm seeing one thing that they need to do, the global the elite in the United States, the establishment, and that's to get rid of the black church. And Chris Rock is one of the people that's instrumental in doing this, along with Steve Harvey and the rest of the crew. So Chris Rock has said on many occasions that, there's different niggers and black people. You got ignorant niggas, and then you got black folks, which he never clarified that. So he says anybody that doesn't have money is a nigger. Anybody that's black that's below the poverty line is niggas. And don't get it twisted. Am I for crime? No, I'm not for crime, but I'm for the little man. And there's a lot of African American people who do not have a lot of money in these states and in these big cities, and they're trying to make money and participate in the American dream, and we're being held back by systematic white supremacy racism. That's number one. And then you have the black elite that's pressing down and pushing their own agenda. The black elite wants to cause friction amongst Black America, like Steve Harvey, like Bill Cosby even to an extent. And they ousted Bill Cosby, came back to bite him on the ass when he was telling black people what they need to do. Some point he said that was right. Bill Cosby was right on black marriage and black children having a household and all that stuff there, but a lot of people took advantage of it, and the black elite did not like what Bill Cosby said. That's why Bill Cosby is on trial today. This was payback for Bill Cosby of loving his community. This is payback, and people like Chris Rock and Kanye West and Steve Harvey, all these dudes, they do not give a crap. All they support is Samuel Jackson and Morgan Freeman. All of them got this in common. They're all atheists. They all push white progressive ideals on black America, and that's the goal, and it's working. It's working today. You have black lesbians. You have a lot of black homosexuals running around teaching our boys to be fags. They got a lot of shows like Empire, gay black men controlling Empire. You have the music industry, which people okay this trash, gutter trash, you know, the music that's tearing up the black boys' minds. You have a whole bunch of different things going on, and the whole goal is to knock down old black values. That's why you don't see the black respect coming from the black community, because you have the media manipulating black people. And I'm here to tell black people, please stop listening to the media. Let's control our own destiny in the United States. Let's control it. Let's stop following these black elitists. So it goes back to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, 8 years ago to the day, spoke out against the culture of death in the black community. And guess what? He went down. He went down, and he went down in flames. Now, him and Dr. Alvin Pouzon, the late Dr. Alvin Pouzon, they spoke about the black woman not having a black man. Now, the problem is this. Today, they're telling black women that the news is telling, the mainstream media is saying that black women, the queens of the earth, they're all single, and that black men do not want black women, which is absolutely not true. But the mainstream media, which is controlled by NBC, Comcast, ABC, Disney, all these corporations, they're pushing out news stories like black women are getting education, wealthy, and they don't want black men no more, which is absolutely false. That's, again, trying to destroy the black community by dividing us up. And so when I look at documentaries like this and I read these magazines and I read these articles, they're disturbing at best, because they're telling black women that when you get an education that there's no good black men. And if and let's be real, there's a lot of black men that don't have degrees in this country, but they're very good workers. They're hard workers in the country. They may work at factories, or they may work at stores, whatever the fuck, bus drivers. And so they're telling black women that to date black men. That's the indirect thing, that black men ain't shit. Now, shout out to some mainstream media, black media, to encourage black marriage regardless of your class and wherever you work at, your status in class. But the black media that's controlled by white men and black single women who are lesbians is encouraging black men and black women not to be together. They're encouraging black women to be lesbians and to mess with dykes. They're encouraging black men to be sweet, or they're encouraging black men to marry outside their race, or they're encouraging black women to marry outside their race. So they're doing, they're progressing this mind game onto black America. That's why this is the culture of death for the black community. The culture of death, and they're providing it with these misleading numbers in the polls, just like abortions. They're trying to say that all black women get abortions, which is not true. Again, they use these numbers and fuzz them up. Black women give birth to babies all the time. Do black women get abortions? Yes. But black women pretty much is giving birth to black children. But the mainstream media makes out about, because you can't have it both ways. And here's where I break this shit apart. If black woman is single in this country, it's more single black woman that's educated, that's with no kids and single, then how in the fuck do black women have all these abortions then? See, we can't fumble these numbers up. And I don't never believe the government, because I think the government needs to break apart the black family. The goal is to destroy the black church, once you destroy the black church, then you could go and destroy the black man. That's the second goal. Destroy the black man, eliminate the racist part, black people from saying racist stuff, saying that, but they want to make it like it's a propaganda thing, that we don't see race as an issue in the United States. So let's wipe that argument away and say that does not exist, even though it does exist. America is going into another direction, and they're not including black people in that direction. So, that is what's going on in this country. I thought to do this video, people. Like and share. I'm ranting. Stay tuned to my Hillary and black people argument coming up next. Peace out.